We had the best result in that year, which is 54.4% of what it used to be. I want to tell you that in 1999, the passing was about 4%, and it continued like that, continued to, there was marginal increase from 4% to 8% to 9% to 11%, even to 16%. You know, but when we carry out that enforcement of no automatic promotion, we were able to move to 54.4% in our education. I also need to tell us today that Ibadan is also regarded now as a UNESCO learning city. You know, one of the learning cities of the world. You know, due to the policies of the government. You know, then government is also emphasizing character molding in our educational sector, which is being exemplified by the policy of OYO model education system intervention, popularly known as OYO mission. Then we are also doing what we call internationalization and digitalization of our education. That is, we want a situation whereby students from Oyo State will be able to compete with their friends globally, because this is the digital world. This is their own era. You know. So we are looking at character, molding, mentorship, internationalization of our reports, infrastructure development, then having directions for our students. And then when you talk about infrastructure, in the last 12 months, or let's say in the last 24 months, government has committed close to 10 billion, or let me say close to 10 billion has been committed to infrastructure development in the United States. I can just simplify it as follows. Number one, 100 schools, the contract for 100 schools have been awarded in our secondary school, at least three schools per local government, you know, at the cost of about 2 billion naira. The work is ongoing now. We have the details of those schools. You know. Then furthermore, we have three modern schools. One at Kolaba, another one at Olutabashoro, then another one at Baptist High School. Those ones have reached about 90% completion. Government has spent close to 1.5 billion on that one. I also need to state that from Sube end, government is about to commit about 3.6 billion to various projects from that area. Permit me also to state that the education development levy, the government is charging the student 1,000 naira per semester, is domiciled with the school governing board, and is the school governing board that is actually utilizing this fund for infrastructures that are deficient, that needed urgent attention in their various schools, which include but not limited to making chairs, making infrastructures, providing computers, and so on and so forth. You know. So when you look at what is going on in the educational sector, you know, that school governing board is a magic one. There is no week which have not been invited to come and take up one project for government on behalf of government. There is no week in which have not been invited. So the old students too, they are now very alive and committed to their alma mater. You know, those students are challenging themselves to do one thing or the other for their various schools. There is no part of Oyo State in which that revolution is not ongoing. You know, so that is part of what we have been able to state. Then, when you compare regime in terms of maybe training, employment, and so on and so forth, in the year 1979 to 1983, that was the Bola Ige era, the number of workforce, teaching staff that were recruited into the education system then was 6,000. During the time 1999 to 2003, 4,410 were recruited. Then in the year 2003 to 2007, 5,000 teachers were recruited in the system. During the time 2007 to 2011, we have 2,195 staff that were recruited. But during the time of the present government, 6,500 teachers have been recruited. You know, So when you look at that, there has been increase in employment rate by this government. Then when you also look at training opportunities which were given to people, um, let me state from 2003 to 2007, that's the time of Governor Rashida Laloja, 14,468 staff, teaching staff, I mean from both SUBEB and TESCOM and Ministry Control School, you know, enjoy training, you know, and then the during the time of Governor Alakala from 2011, 2007 to 2011, 24,870 enjoy training from government. During the time of Governor Abiola Ajimobi from 2011 to 2017, 96,000 staff participate and enjoy training. You know, that is also capacity building by this administration. Ditto when you look at cash housing loan, you know, during the time 1999 to 2003, 476 staff, teaching staff benefited from that car loan. In the time 2003 to 2007, which is Governor Rashid Laloja era, 237 people benefited from car loan. During the time of Governor Alakala, 2007 to 2011, 1,740 people benefited from car loan. In the time of Governor Joli, 2,808 teaching staff benefited from car loan. You know, ditto support are also from bursary for students and things like that. Let me also say that for our homes, on a monthly basis, government is spending close to 68 million for our homes. You know, no, annually, 68 million. That is school for the handicaps, for the deaf, and things like that. You know, government of Oyo State. You know, so when you consider all sectors, primary school sector, secondary school sector, there have been remarkable difference. I need to state too that our tertiary institutions, in recent times, there have been one problem or the other, but I am assuring you that those problems will be surmounted.
Can we start from the recently resolved crisis of Lautech, which took months to be resolved?
Yes, when you look at LAUTECH issues, the problem was multidimensional. You know, multidimensional in the sense that the management was complaining of inadequate money. The owners are complaining that when you manage your resources well, there is no basis in which you should not be able to run the institutions, even with the support the grant that was being given. You know, but ultimately, government set up the governing council for the institutions. You know, so and the government also injected fund. Both the government of Osun State and Oyo State also injected fund into the system, and today they have been able to find their feet. You know, the school is running very well. You know,
Now to the
that people don't really understand how university system works. You know, that's what we call autonomy. Tertiary institutions are autonomous, but autonomy does not mean that they will not get fund. You know, but if they can be self-sufficient, no problem. You know, but owner states have been injecting funds into the system. And when you also look at the period 2011, let's say to 2014, since the economy was robust and virtually all sectors were enjoying that robust economy. But the when we now had a problem with our economy, then we began to look at possibilities of surviving. You know, that was when government started reducing, there was reduction into the grants. You know, you give subvention into the institution, you know, that it can no longer be business as usual. You too, you must look inward. One, you must block leakages. Two, you must look at how to increase your IGR so that you'll be able to meet demand from the institution. You know, and I want to tell you that most institutions today, most tertiary institutions today, have risen from their slumber in Oyo State, and the government has also decided that there will be further support but it can no longer be business as usual. It was reduced from 100% to 25% for all sectors. You know, so it is expected and expedient for the tertiary institutions to look inward and possibly reduce their own grants along that aspect. It's just save costs here and there, not to pretend that it's also business as usual. But let me state that yes, LAUTECH is jointly owned by Oyo State government and Osun State. However, College of Education, Emmanuel College of Education is fully owned by Oyo State government. Then the Polytechnic Okiogun is fully owned by Oyo State government. I also need to state that it is during this time of AJIMOBI that Okiogun becomes an autonomous institution. I need to reiterate to you that you have a Polytechnic, Ibarapa Polytechnic, and it is during the time of Senator AJIMOBI as the governor of Oyo State that it becomes autonomous. I also need to state that the College of Education at Lanlate is also now autonomous during the time of this present government, Governor AJIMOBI. I also need to state that the College of Agriculture and Technology, Gora, also become autonomous during the time of this present regime. So in terms of having autonomy for institutions, this government has really done a lot. And recently we also constituted the governing councils for these institutions. So with the management and the governing council, they have been looking at ways of beefing up the IGR, strengthening the structure, strengthening the not only the structure, the policies, so that ultimately the institution will always be able to affect what we call the town and gown. In virtually all tertiary institutions, we are expected that anywhere we have tertiary institutions, we must affect the economy of that state, affect the economy of the institution, of the community positively. When you look at the Silicon Valley in the state and things like that, young folks are into computer science and things like that, and they're affecting their communities and things like that. So we have also reached that stage in our system, in the life of Oyo State, whereby our tertiary institution is expected to affect positively the society. Governor Aregbesola came to UI recently, and he was unhappy that University of Ibadan, who happens to be in the system before independent Nigeria, has not possibly affected even the environment of Ibadan in terms of needs, in terms of taking care of waste, and waste today has become source of wealth for some other nation, source of energy generation for some other nation. That's a challenge that institutions like UI must look at and take charge. That how can we convert the waste to a form of energy to change our society and environment? So, to cut the long story short, when you look at this government in terms of policy, we are doing a lot. In terms of infrastructure development, we are doing a lot. In terms of affecting life, we are doing a lot. I need to state too that because of supervision that is going on both in public school and private schools by the state government, in the last 2 years, students from a school, just a school in Oyo State, has been coming first in WAEC in the entire country. It's a true story from this place, So we are happy that things are changing. I also need to reiterate that at times when people are making comparison concerning educational results and so on and so forth, they don't make correct allusion. Let me cite an example. The last NECO, 8,000 students start for that NECO in Oyo State. About 6,500 passed the NECO. So Oyo State came second nationally. The state that came first, I think Ogun State, had about 5,000 students, presented 5,000 students for the same exam. That one is even good, but you still have some institutions that presented maybe about 2,000, and now said they came first, they came third, and things like that. It's like comparing giants and the Lilliputians. You know, when you are looking at giant states in Nigeria in terms of number, Oyo State is there, Lagos State is there, Kano State is there, I think Kaduna. You know, these are states that have volumes and numbers. You know, but out of all of them, so far, Oyo State has demonstrated clear leads in our education in all the states.
Development of education, development of education in the state. I want to take you back on some of the issues that we. Number one, sir, on the issues of the LAUTECH.
LAUTECH.
Yes, we are all happy LAUTECH is back now. Can we say that the steps taken, positive steps taken, have brought about permanent resolution to the problem of LAUTECH?
Yes.
That is one.
Yes.
On the issue of our tertiary institutions,
Yes.
there was that.
Government of your state does not owe any subvention to any institution. Ordinary. What government has done is that we have reduced significantly the subvention that we are given.
Due to the economic realities of this time.
Yes, that's just the reality. You know, and that's why government set up a forensic audit of all the institutions by KPMG. The KPMG has submitted the reports for all the tertiary institutions. Some of the institutions, as they are presently constituted, if you just want to look at it from economic perspective, you will just close that institution down. You know, the government will not do that one, but will look at a way of solving the problems. Let me cite an example. If you have in a particular tertiary institution, you have workforce of over 400, and you have student enrollment of about 1,000. You know, that means that you already have a kind of ratio of maybe 2 students to 1 lecturer. No, it's not sustainable. No. However, the position of government is that we look at what we can do to rejig the system so that we won't close down the institution, but we will restructure so that it's going to be viable in terms of sustainability and support. You know, I'm just giving you some key highlights.
Yes.
What you have discovered.
I think from
Yes.
the government, what is the relationship between the ministry and the other stakeholders in the state, like the PTA, like ANCOPS, APSIN, a lot of other.
We have a robust relationship with virtually all stakeholders. For the PTA, we have NAPTAN.
Yes, at the national.
Yes, Oyo State Bank, National Association of Parents and Associations of Nigeria, Oyo State Branch. You know, so few months they have some problems, like any organization. You know, there are problems among the members and things like that. But I want to assure you that we have resolved this problem for them. So we have good relationship. Then the ANCOPS, we also have good relationship with them. In fact, we are doing some work together. For instance, the secretaries of all the school governing boards are principals of schools. You know, all the secretaries. So by extension, they are members of ANCOPS. You know, so there is no way we can drive our policy well if the secretaries are not strengthened. And so we have close relationship with them. Then ditto NUT. The leadership of NUT came to me some times ago that in the time past they were having virtually monthly meetings with the ministries so that they can always share ideas between the ministries and the NUT. And we have also started, you know, with NUT. So we have good relationship with all the organizations.
Okay. I want to sorry recommendation. Yes, there was an unfortunate occurrence about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When some teachers and principals who were in Oyo for a program on their way back to Motion, they had an accident.
Yeah.
And I think about 3 or 4 principals died.
Yeah.
Bernard Madishina.
Yeah.
He started the appointment of school principals and permanent secretaries.
Yeah.
no permanent secretary. They call them permanent secretaries in Oyo. Different states have different acronyms, names for them.
Okay.
In Ondo, they are tutor generals. In Osun, tutor general permanent secretaries, like that. And I think that was sustained. But I don't know whether the present government, how many or so permanent secretaries we still have in place now?
In service.
In service. I think the usual thing in Oyo was to appoint 6. Ondo has 9, Osun has 3. How many or so permanent secretaries do we still have? We have now.
Just make some remarks on the issue of the unfortunate incident that occurred, whereby we lost 3 of our principals, 1 other staff, and a driver. We are indeed very sorry as governments. We are not happy because of their sudden death. But then in life, there's something that you cannot help. And for instance, death will come. The time when it will come, we don't know. So we still commiserate with ourselves, with the families, because of the unfortunate incidents. We have no choice to respond timely and timelessly on this. We have no choice, because this is a government that cares about the welfare generally of the staff. And when we got to the hospital, we told the management of Bowen Hospital that whatever it will cost to treat the patient, government will pay for it. So the injured ones, and we saw another people. We are making some efforts, which I don't want to discuss now, concerning some other form of palliative or welfare. Then you also raise the issue of principal becoming permanent secretary. This is part of the restructuring exercise that is ongoing in the civil service. Different form of restructuring is ongoing. So, and what you have mentioned is also part of it. So I will not want to comment further on it, but we have noted that.
A lot of people want to know what is so unique about Tenka University. A lot of noise has been made that university is, bringing first of its kind. And what is so unique about Tenka University?
Okay. So that the students there will be able to use their brain and their hands. Okay, that is the unique thing. So you will learn how to do things. You don't study theory of technology alone, but you have to learn and do those things. Aside from that one, we have the industrial hubs has also been established there, so that all the students there will have access to industries as part of their training. We also need to re-emphasize that part of the training is that we spend some parts in that institutions and some parts abroad.
Abroad?
Yes, we go to learn best practices. We also need to state that the university is bilingual. Bilingual in the sense that you must learn French aside from the English language, which is the general lingua franca for us in the country, but all of them must learn French so that we'll be able to compete internationally, bearing in mind that French is the language of United Nations. So French to be precise. But then the simple implication is that yes, you will be trained to be creator of jobs rather than be job seekers using your hands. Then you are also trained to have capacity and to have capacity to work elsewhere in the country or in the universe. That is, you can work elsewhere. Then you also train to be job creator, like I said. So when you look at the totality of this one, it makes the student of that institution unique. And it has also been stated that no student will come out of that with a pass. You won't graduate unless you have been properly tutored and trained, so that ultimately the least you get from that will be second class lower. It's free life. Nothing is free. Even when you talk about free education, somebody has paid for it. That's what it is. And when you remember the Awolowo era, when people talk about free education, that time even secondary education was not free. It was universal primary education. It was primary education that was free, not secondary education. So, but for some strange reasons, we have this tendency to look for free things. You know, things that are free most times are devoid of knowledge. You pay for it. You understand? You pay to learn. Not only in terms of money, you pay your time. You study. You know, that is free. So this particular institution is self-financing. Self-financing in that you must have the financial capacity to enter the institution. So it's like a quasi-private school, midwife by government, but quasi private. However, indigent students also have opportunity to attend by having scholarship, either from state government or from their local government. So these are some of the strategies for survival of the institution.
What is going to be the financial involvement of the state in the running of the university?
No, it's free. You understand? Government will give grants to them, but ultimately government will not be paying a dime.
No salary commitment.
No salary commitment, nothing.
Okay.
So,
financing or sustenance of the university.
no, I don't want to be saying that one, but what we are saying is that we have a memorandum of understanding of grant that those who are investing in the institutions, that they cannot lose their own investment, because that's what concerns any investor. I get it. There is always fear that the government may come to tinker with the policy of present government. You know that in Nigeria generally you can always profit from the lessons of history. You can learn from what has happened in the time past. But for investors there's a memorandum of understanding in which they cannot lose their investment. Yes.
They say a sound mind in a sound body. The curriculum of the schools.
Yes.
We still, what are we doing to ensure that we are able to produce national stars from our schools? As
Not
we are doing.
only education.
Bameri Omoyede, a swimmer
Yeah.
in OYO 79,
from the people.
all from schools. So what are we doing?
Coaching activities, football, relays, and so on and so forth. And they have started. We have even started competitions, which we call AJIMOBI sport competition among schools. Recently, people from Shaki came to slug it out here at Adamasu. I think it was even yes, female soccer from female soccer from Ghana won. But for the other events, people from Okeogun actually won that time. We have started again. I also need to reiterate that there is one football competition being sponsored by Blue, for school students. We have won the cup on 2 occasions. But what we have done is that as part of the curriculum for all the schools in the state, they must carry out sporting activities, and we are now having competitions among schools. We are starting on the zonal basis first. When we discover the zonal champions, we will now come to Ibadan to slug it out for the state. So, we are making efforts. And I quite agree with you that opportunity to discover talent abounds. Let me go further. That there is what we call Dawn Commission, Development Agenda for Western Nigeria. Yes, the Dawn Commission is also looking at this, in which the youth from the zones will be competing for so many things, so that we can have the best. I also, apart from sporting activities, let me say that we are making effort so that all our students in the state will be computer literate. All our students in the state, we are making efforts. Then there is also certain package which has been done by Education Advancement Center. They call it School on Air. It covers 16 syllabus. So what we have done is that in conjunction with EAC, that all those facilities will be installed in all the secondary schools in the state, so that our students will not be lacking in access to contents. You know, so that one will complement. Yes, modern content. That one will complement the efforts of the teachers in the school. So because at times ability differs, and there are some people that have latent potential, but opportunities are not really there. So what we are doing now is that we make opportunities available to all students. So it's now left to you and to the school system, the teachers, the management, to bring out the best that is in you. We don't want the students to be lacking in facilities.
So now let me come to the program.
Yes, thank you. The Oyo State government has set aside this. Yeah, some may consider it as meager, but I set aside a sum of 20 million naira on school agriculture, just to assist in poultry farming for some areas, then cassava crop farming in some other areas, and so on and so forth. You know, so that one will commence now.
Education.
UNESCO standard, I think it's 26%.
UNESCO standard. The point is that the government of Oyo State is serious about education. We believe that once we get our educational rights, every other thing will fall in place, because that is the security of future. When you look at the government of Oyo State, successfully has been able to establish peace in the state, and anywhere where there is peace, there will be progress. Furthermore, the government of Oyo State has established infrastructures. You can see massive road construction here and there. Oyo State government is also tackling the issue of health. But today, agriculture is also there, and government is facing. But today, education is on the cardinal, it's on the pivotal of this government administration. And we thank God that we are achieving results. So that ultimately, UNESCO percentage, American percentage, African percentage may become immaterial if we have solid education. You know. And we are using different strategy so that the raw materials will not become great products, because us young ones are like raw material. You know. Then when you finish with the training, then it becomes great products. You see, when you are in politics, you have your own program. Number one, I have the opportunity of serving as a council chairman. So I've already understood the local government. Yes. I understand the local government administration. Now, thank God, God has given me opportunity to serve at the state level. I'm serving as a commissioner for education. So now I understand state administration. So personally, my next goal, I want to go for Federal House of Assembly.
You can study federal organization.
I want to study
federal administration.
you know, so that in future,
perfect.
there's no where I'm going to find myself in which I will not be able to effectively, because you need training.
Yeah.
You need training. I have seen many people clamoring to be governor of Oyo State and things like that. But when you look at them, they are limited in scope. Some of them. Some are very sound and very broad in school. But that's my own target now. Then we'll go and participate in national discourse. Let me be in National Assembly so that we discuss national issues together and see how we can change things. It's going to be easy for me, you know, to galvanize society, to lift up society to where we are supposed to be. I want to state to you that the policy that will make Nigeria to be even greater than America, we have all the policies. It's not issue of writing, but the implementation and the implementors. So those are where we are having problems in implementing some of these policies. The whole world has now become one single village, a global village, in which even those things which you don't know, you can always template great ideas. So I believe strongly that the potential is there for Nigeria to be great in terms of what we have currently as human capacity, what we have as resources and opportunities. But I strongly believe that I will have opportunity to be a major player in national politics in the next few months. Then later in life, we can then
When that calling comes, you'll be ready.
Yes, I'll be ready for any other assignment from all other sectors.
So, we want to thank Honorable Commissioner for Education, Professor Adini Ichusegulu, for granting us an audience, despite even knowing that we are very guilty and we do not even remind him that he has given us the appointment, we came and he accepted that we should try with it. So, we want to believe this is a part one of our interview. We'll certainly bring the part two whenever the time suffices us. On behalf of the crew, we want to thank Honorable Commissioner for Education for welcoming us and giving us a very great time.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.